What's up? What's up? Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Platform. We are here tonight. Last week I wasn't. I was off last week. Was with my family last week, but we are here tonight. We are back and we are ready. We are ready to end this series that we've been doing for the singles. We're ready to end this series. This is our last night. This is our last night of this series. So let me do this. Let me do my introduction. Let me say, hey, I am Donna. I am Donna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Evening, our platform, podcast, whatever you want to call it. Is fine with me as long as we're here together. And I appreciate you guys being here. So let me do a little housekeeping, little introductions to you all. I first like to say, hey, I am not a relationship expert. I am not. I'm a Black woman in this world, living this life, doing the damn thing, and enjoying myself in the process. That is who I am. I have had some ups in life. I have had some downs, but I like to take all of that and use it where I can, apply it where it belongs, and throw away the rest if it's not relevant. All right? So, this is the criteria for you to be a part of this family. This is the criteria. You have to be of adult age, you have to be single, dating, courting, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria for you to be here, be a part of this family. So if that is you, and I'm pretty sure it is one of those categories, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on into the couch and sit with me. Let's have some discussions. So for the last 5 weeks, technically, we've been in a series. The Real Life Relationship Growth has been in a series. It is called You Can Get With This or You Can Get With That. There's a collection of wonderful men and wonderful women that have come together, all single, and we've been discussing different topics. If you have not had a chance, if you were not there, if you had not had a chance to be there with us live, everything is on the YouTube channel. So please do me a favor. Please go to YouTube. I want you to be on YouTube tonight to view and comment. And if you're on Facebook, that's cool too, because I appreciate you all. But here's the YouTube going across the bottom of the screen. If you have not subscribed already, please, please, please go and subscribe and support healthy, growing relationships. All right. Real Life Relationship Growth on YouTube. All right. So we're gonna get this thing started. We're gonna get this thing started. Um, there are a group of people that I am so appreciative of. I really, really appreciate. They have been rocking with me and hanging with me through this whole series. I asked them to be a part, and then they're like, of course. And there's some that could not make it tonight, and they come in different times, and I appreciate them all too. So whoever we have in the back studio, whoever I'm bringing up, I'm gonna bring on, and we're gonna have this discussion. I'm gonna give y'all the topic in just a minute. So let me bring the crew on. First and foremost, always, always, I gotta bring this young lady on because she is my right hand, Corey V.
Hey, 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 hey.
What's up, baby?
I'm excited for tonight.
Yes, you
I'm
ready?
excited for tonight. I'm
You
ready.
ready? All right, here we go. Ooh,
Ooh, ladies
ladies
first.
first.
Ladies
Ladies
first.
first. Dang, I held that a little longer. It felt like.
But it was good. We started at the same time.
Okay, okay, okay. We good, we
Yeah,
good. All right. How was your day?
my day was good. How was yours?
Okay, my day was good. My day was
Good,
good. All
good.
right. All right. So let me bring the others on. I want to have them sitting in the back too long. And always, I mean, we said it ladies first. So, of course, this is what we have to do. We got to bring the ladies on first. Jillian.
Hello,
Hey,
hello, hello. Hi, Corey.
hey,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Surprise,
I'm
surprise,
good.
Corey.
Good, good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. Yeah. Jillian, how was your day, sweetie?
Challenging.
Challenging. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Challenging.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you are here and I'm glad you agreed to be here. Jillian came in the clutch in the last minute, but I was like, you know what? I asked several people, and I appreciate those who are here, and I understand those who could not be here. They said they will be viewing, so they're in the chat. Hey guys, hey guys. But this is one of my riders right here. I'll ask, and she'll be like, "Where I need to be when I need to be there." So thank you, sis, for joining
You're
tonight. Thank you,
welcome. You're
sis.
welcome.
All right. Let's bring the men folk on. Let me see. Let me see any more of my ladies in the chat. I know I have a few more ladies that are going to join us and coming in. They're just getting themselves situated. So as they do, I'll bring them on. But let me bring the brothers on. Mr. Sylvester, hello, sir.
What's happening? What's happening? How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
We are
Good.
well. We are well. Next, we have my boy, Mr. Remy. Hey,
Hi.
What it is?
how was your day?
Whew, Nick, it
Okay.
was
Oh wow. Okay.
it was one of those days today, but you see what I got.
Relax, relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, we gotta bring my man Kevin Kev. Hey Kev.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what's up? Yeah, what's happening, people? Oh, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Casper
Good
for a
evening.
minute. All we saw was
Right.
eyes.
Hey, man. Hey, midnight.
That's what it is. All
Hey,
right.
Tony.
All right. So hey, in the chat, let me make sure I see Lee in the chat. What's up,
Yep.
Lee?
Happy birthday month.
Lee should be on the couch too. I don't know what he's doing, but that's all right. Hey, Lee.
I don't
Hey,
know. I think Lee's scared of the couch. I think Lee's
Hey to the
scared of the
bronze
couch.
goddess.
yeah, Lee be jet setting, so we'll catch him when we can. We'll catch him when he can. My sister
Hey.
Claudette, hey
Yep.
sis. Yeah,
And
that's my
Tony.
woosah. So when she come in, Tony, my man Tony. Hey Tony. We miss you, Tony. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, it seems like everybody had kind of a challenging day in some form or fashion or another. At least a couple of us, a couple of you all. I can't say us. I really didn't have a challenging day, but I appreciate you all that did. I really appreciate y'all being here. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started as we wait for our other guests to join us. But we have our guests in studio, and in the chat, and I appreciate you guys being here. Now I'm gonna say this. I was told that some people kind of type Corey or type in different places, and
Mhm.
we're not seeing their comments. So
Sure.
yeah, let's just kind of keep an eye on Facebook
Okay.
and YouTube. And if it's not matching up, we want to make sure we read their comment. Thank you,
Okay.
Kevin. We'll make sure we read their comments because I don't want to miss anybody. All right, let's get started on this thing. This is our last episode of the You Can Get With This or You Can Get With That series. We are all single in the house. Um, we are all single people in the house, and this series was especially for us. But here we go, y'all, because this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a little bit different than what I expected to end with, but that's okay. We're going to end the series with this one, but we're not done. We're not done. There's another topic that we got to get y'all. But tonight, this topic tonight. So, everybody knows, usually in Facebook land or whatever, in September, there is a thing called Take a Man on a Date in September. In September. We seen the memes. And I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to put it up, but for whatever reason, it's not allowing me to load pictures. That's unusual. But I'm sure y'all have seen the meme. I'm sure y'all have seen it. Um Sylvester posted it. A few ladies posted it, saw it in different places.
I'll
It was
post it in my camera
posted.
in a second.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's get Sylvester
You know, I'm
back
tech
over here.
support. You know, I'm
Okay,
fancy.
there we go. There
All
we
right.
go.
All right. Yeah, Kevin, I appreciate it. So it was it says it's September, take a man on a date month. Take a man on a date month. So I want to start out. Y'all know I like to kind of start out with a little question to get this thing going. And let me put it up here. The topic title tonight is Girl, Take That Man Out on a Date or Not. Girl, take that man out on a date or not. Or not. All right. So I am going to start with my ladies. Jillian, where you at? Where you at, Jillian? Jillian Pop. Okay. There she is. So we're not going to elaborate really right now. I'm just going to ask the question, and I just need a simple yes or no. All right? That's going to be for the ladies and for the gentlemen when I come to y'all. All right? So, ladies, Corey, we're going to start with you. Corey, would you take a man out on a date?
Yes.
First date? No. Okay.
Oh, first date? Like the first time we met, first time.
First time. It's September. Take a man out on a date. We know that's the meme.
Okay.
But there are 12 months in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So at any point in time, you meet a gentleman, or you kind of crushing on one, you like one or whatever. Would you take him out on a date initially? Yes or no?
Oh. Nah.
Okay. Hold on. Hold it. All right. Jillian, would you take a man out on a date? This is the first initial. Thank you, Kevin. Jillian, yes or no? Would you take a man out on a date? First initial.
Depends.
Okay. We have a depends. Okay, we'll take it because that's your answer. Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
No,
would
I
you
wouldn't
allow?
not on a date.
Not a man. No, not a man. Remy, would you allow a woman that you initially kind of just met or whatever? Would you allow her to take you out on a date?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you could take me out on a date.
Hold it. I just want to. We coming into it. I just want a yes or no initially starting out. Kevin, would you allow a woman to take you out on a date?
Of course.
Initially. Okay.
Of course. I might even pay for it.
Okay. Hold on.
You getting too deep.
Hold on. All right, Mr. Sylvester. Same
Absolutely.
question. Absolutely. He said absolutely. Okay. All right. I'm going to answer because I want to be able to answer too, right? Donna, would you take a man out on a date? Initially meeting him, maybe kind of crushing on him, like him a little bit. Would you take first date, whatever, would you take him out on a date? No. All right, here we go. Let's see. Claude, wait, let's see. Ladies in the chat. Would you all take a man out on a date? Take a man out on a date. Okay. Finley already typing. Hold on. I never took a man. Okay. So Claudette said, Corey, you got that?
Oh, kinda. It says now that I'm thinking about it, I never took my man on a date when we were dating. Okay. The font is kind of weird, but I don't.
Yeah,
that was a weird font.
Is weird. I just realized that, and I don't know if I could change that in process, but I'm gonna work on that while we chit chatting. Right? I'm gonna work on that while we chit chatting. So, okay, I think we did. Let's see if that works better. All right. So now remember, September is Take a Man Out on a Date month. So initially, y'all, every year that I see this, I go into my feminine mind. Right? Because that's the mind I have. So, and I'm a little bit old school. I don't believe chivalry is dead. I love as a woman to be attended to by a gentleman, right? So I made a whole video on this. And I posted the video on this. And Sylvester had some commentation on it. We had a little discussion about it in text. We didn't talk about it. We had a little conversation about it in text. And for me, that's kind of my reason, where I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but what I'm saying, me personally, I want that male attention. I want to receive that before I actually would do that. Now, Remy was kind of going into his thoughts. Remy was that. Give me your thoughts on that, Remy.
There's nothing wrong with taking a man on a date. I've been asked out on dates, and I can go with you out on the date. You might not pay for that date. I might let you tip, but just the gesture alone is appreciated.
Okay.
Donna. So when you take me on a date, don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. We ain't doing house and Chick-fil-A and all that. I need you to come up.
Okay, gotta come up. Chick-fil-A ain't gonna get it. Okay. I get you. I hear you. Noted. We have another lady that answered. We want to see what the ladies are thinking. Miss Christy, let's see what she got, Corey.
She said, I wouldn't mind taking a man I'd like to get to know on a date.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. She wouldn't mind taking a man that she's getting to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want to get these comments here before I go too far.
Oh, Finley has a good one.
Finley has a good one. Is it
for the first time in his life? Yes, for the first time ever. Finley says, "Oh Lord, I have so many comments. Sometimes you miss out when you don't."
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
I want to put that up so everybody can see it.
That's right, because Facebook might not be able to see it.
Okay, go ahead, Corey.
Okay. Finley said, "Oh Lord, I have so many comments. Sometimes you miss out when you don't. Just saying. However, I understand, and most times I pay." Okay. He also says, she's going to expect you to just get a salad.
I see.
Oh gosh.
She gonna expect you to just get a salad. Okay. All right. So Jillian, you said it depends. It depends on what, sis? What does it depend on?
Depends if I'm feeling the person or not. Like if we're vibing, I'll have to have some type of, connection or liking.
Okay.
And I will pay. I'm not gonna, if I'm taking him out on a date, I will pay.
Okay. Okay. You taking them out on a date, you will pay. Yep. So Kevin, you said, I kind of heard you echo. What was your answer, Kevin? You said what now?
Oh, of course. Take me outside. I'm not gonna be like Remy. Remy too bougie for me. You take me for a hot dog. I ain't hard to please. What's the whole gesture behind it? I ain't hard to please at all.
Okay. Just the whole gesture
take
behind
it. Take me, my favorite a sandwich will do me good always.
Okay. Corey, what's your thoughts?
I don't mind taking my guy out on a date. I think it's awesome. My only thing is, if we just got to know each other, my only issue would be, I think of it the same way when women propose to men.
Mm-hmm.
If a man wants you, he's going to say something to you. I might read the signals wrong and think he's interested because he's being nice, and ask him out on a date, take him out, and he might just think it's me being friendly back. So I need him to initiate so I know, because I'm not a person that knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get this comment right here by Finley.
Just saw that. I think it's empowering, making sure the man knows nothing is going on, but to know there is a feeling instead of money involved.
Okay. That was a mouthful right there. Because I think that's a little bit beyond where we are right now in this point of the conversation. But I get it, Finley. I get it. Sylvester, what you got? I see you.
I actually, for the take a man out in September, I actually got taken out on a date, and it was actually pretty good. It was just hanging out, having a good time. and that was really about it. It was nothing in between, no, I like you. I mean, if we want to go out again, we can. Of course, it would be on me, but it was fun. It really was fun. I don't know if you all are from Atlanta or live in Atlanta, but there's a spot called Your Third Spot that we went to, and man, it was amazing. I ain't gonna even lie, it was amazing.
Yeah, I went there.
Okay, yeah, Your Third Spot, Corey. That's actually where we went.
Yep.
We had the Friends in the A weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
I came down to Atlanta and we went. It was cool.
We did a Friends in the A weekend for a lot of us that met years ago, and that was our spot to go hang out. So yeah.
So I mean, it was good. There was no expectations. I mean, I was very thankful. So yeah, it was cool.
Okay. All right. So surface level, and it's fine. We're definitely talking surface level, right? We're talking surface level. Hey, BJ. Hey, Kevin. Christy, what's up, girl? We read her comment. What's up, sis?
Sylvester, check the messages, sir. Check the chat, Sylvester, the private chat.
I just have a question. It may be a question from the rabbit hole, but if the lady take us out, we got to put out. We got to get. We got. I'm just saying, it's a rabbit hole question.
So if the lady take y'all on a date, are y'all expected to put out?
Hey, that's why I was over here squirming like.
You better make that $25 worth it.
Say that again, Corey. They better what?
Better make that $25 worth it.
I'm saying.
Okay. I bought you a Sprite, brother.
Make it worth it.
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I did say hot dog. Do me one. Yeah, you take me out for a hot dog.
Yeah. Cheat day. There's nothing wrong with a cheat day.
Unbutton them 2 top buttons. Put me a little something.
Look, BJ said you got to put out.
I feel like BJ just want to put out.
Girl, you put the words right out my mouth.
I'm glad ain't no woman ain't never asked me to unbutton the first 3 buttons on my shirt. I'm glad. No. I wouldn't even know how to feel. I would feel violated.
Ladies, as y'all come on, do me a favor. Answer the question for me in the chat. We want to come around to you. How many ladies would take a man out on a date? So let me be specific. Let me be specific. Let me be specific on the question. Let me narrow the question down a little bit. Because we're going to move a little further in, and we know that, right? September is Take a Man Out on a Date month, right? So remember, the question I asked was the initial, right? So I just want to make sure everybody understands the question. Initially, you just met this guy. You think he's handsome. You think he's cool or whatever. Would you ask him out on a date first? Would you take him out on a date? I'm taking it that way. And I get the statement is just asking, would you take a guy out on a date? But y'all already know how we do here. We dig a little bit deeper into things, right? And we take it a little bit up the notch. So let's go beyond the thought of, hey, would I just take a guy on a date? Because I think all of us, ladies, would just take a guy on a date. I think we would all do that, right? Absolutely. We would all just take a guy on a date. So let's go to the next level of things. Let's go. Welcome back. Let's go. Corey, make sure if you see anything, let me know so we can read it.
So they out here acting a fool.
Yeah, I see.
I
see. My goodness, not free.
Yeah.
So I need somebody to turn the volume down. Somebody has me going in the background.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Finley got a lot going on. Oh, BJ said I'm putting out for a steak.
And I told BJ,
BJ, you more expensive than me. I'm putting out for hot dogs and bologna. You want to take me out?
Gentlemen, you gotta brace your standards.
It's about the presence, and that's why I'm being so cheap. It's about the presence of the person.
It's about the what?
It's about the presence of the person. It's not about where she want to take you. Sometimes, hey, you want to go outside? Sure, let's go outside.
Okay. So all right. So we've all concluded that the ladies here, we would at least say, and some of the ladies in the chat, that we would take a man out on a date, right? We would do that. We would do that. So in my answer, I was saying, I would take a guy out on a date. I would. But we have to be beyond that initial first meeting. I got a crush on him. I kind of like him thing. For me, we got to we got to be beyond that. We got to be beyond that. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why I say that. And men, I'm gonna need y'all to be honest, and I'm gonna need y'all to tell me if I'm right or wrong. If I'm right or wrong. Okay. This is my reason why I say that. Because in my experience, I tend to be a bit of a leader in my world, right? I tend to be a little bit of a leader in my world. So the gentlemen that I have dated, the gentlemen that I have engaged with, for one, I hate the term, and I shared this with somebody. I hate the term boss lady. When a man says that to me, it puts me in a different mindset. When a man says that to me, because now my thought is, okay, what are you looking at? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Right? And some people don't see anything wrong with that. But for me, I need to position myself. I need to position myself in that feminine role, which I am, and that's what I do, right? Because in my experience, I have gotten feedback from men, let a man be a man. And when you do certain things out of order, it makes the man feel a little bit inferior, or it makes the man feel like you're trying to take over, or something to that nature. Something to that nature, right? So gentlemen, and I know you all are different. I know every man is different. Every man's experience is different. But is it a true statement that as men, of course, respect means a lot to y'all? Respect, we know the equality of respect to men equals love to women. When we talk about love, for men, respect holds that high esteem and that level for love that we talk about. Is that correct? Do we agree with that, sirs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So in that light, again, my experience, when I do too much as a woman, it kind of comes back and it bites you. Corey, you understand what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
It comes back and it bites you. Because, thank you, Terry. Hey, cousin. He said yes, as far as the respect thing. It comes back and it bites you. Because I'm a giver, personally. I'm going to give to the person that I care for. Whether it be my homegirl, and I know it's her birthday coming up, and I know she likes surprises. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to make sure she gets surprised. Whether it be my man, I'm going to do that. But men tend to see that different than women do. Men tend to see that different than women do. Tell me y'all thoughts on that. Tell me y'all thoughts.
No, I mean, I think on both parts, there's nothing wrong with giving, but I think when you do give, the person should be appreciative. And also, in the process of a woman doing for a man, just understand that, number one, it doesn't have to be done. It's done because you want it to be done. And number two is something that you shouldn't expect. Just allow it to happen when it happens. And one of the other big words is reciprocation.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever relationship, friendship, or whatever you're in, understand that it should be reciprocal. It doesn't have to be, if I give you 20, you give me 20, but it should be a form of one doing, one receiving, the other doing and receiving in that relationship at some point, or friendship or situationship or whatever you want to call it. And one last thing, I think a lot of times this take a man out in September thing has been it's actually for fun, but a lot of people have taken it so serious, like this is something we have to do. And no, I mean, you don't have to do it. It's just a funny meme. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, hey, life's still gonna go on.
Right, right. And we kind of talked about that on the post. We kind of, that's one of the things that we kind of came into. We talked about on the on your post, Sylvester. And you're right.
Yeah.
It is a lighthearted thing. But on the other side of it, as a woman, it is a lighthearted thing. And it's, yeah, we can take a joke and that's cool and we can do that. But I had about 10 women say to me, thank you for addressing that. Thank you. Even though it was a lighthearted thing. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have this discussion, because we're not saying we're taking it so serious that we didn't think it was lighthearted and it's something nice that you can do for someone. But it came down to the thought of what I was saying. It came down to the thought of when a man feels like you're not allowing him to be the man. And when you overstep, you don't feel like you're overstepping, but you end up in a position where he's saying you're doing too much or you're not letting the man be a man. That's the kind of thing I kind of want to address. And I think the ladies who kind of thanked me for addressing it in that way may have had that type of experience as well. And again, it is a lighthearted post. It's a lighthearted comment. It's a fun thing to do because I myself would do it. All the ladies said that we would do it. But we're going to dig a little bit deeper in how this kind of turns and how this looks. That's why I want you gentlemen's perspectives on it. And I want the ladies to come with their experiences on it. How has that turned out for you when you're doing those things for him? How's that kind of turned out? Jillian, have you ever had that type of experience?
You
okay,
muted.
we can't hear you.
Okay.
We can't hear you. What about you,
No.
Corey? Have you ever had that type of experience?
Not really, but I wanted to read something that Finley said.
Okay.
A while ago, and he was ahead because Finley's ahead. He says, I think the problem is that it sets a precedence on what the man might actually expect from you as far as taking the man out initially. Okay. And later on, he says, I think respect goes both ways. I also think that dating lately is not right. Our age is different. I guess generations do things differently. Larita Dalton says something good. She said, it depends on a lot on where we are in life and being okay with it, especially if that person has been burned before. So how we move looks different.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So some people aren't going to do this because they've been burned, because, so I like what she said.
Yeah. And that's perfect. That really kind of comes in tune to what I was saying, right? Because I said that. I've had that experience. You'll take, and I think Sylvester and I may have chatted a little bit about this before too. You have to continue to be who you're going to be, but you have to recognize those that take advantage of that type of thing. And it's almost like fool me once. You know what I mean? It's almost like that type of situation. And the women that commented and the women that kind of inboxed me, I had a few inboxes on it, that inboxed me were kind of like, I would never do that. I would never do that. And for different reasons. And the consensus, to be honest with y'all, the consensus was this type of thing that Larita is saying. Is this type of thing that Larita is saying. That's why I was saying, we're going to have a little fun with this, but y'all, I definitely want us to dig a little bit into it.
What about this though, Donna? What about this one though?
Mm-hmm.
If you can always, that's just like if it was, any day of the week, 365 days a year, twice on Sunday, is take a woman out on a date. But why not take your brother, take a male out? Ain't nothing. I don't know a man that is going to deny a woman say, "Hey, boy, put some clothes on. You going outside with me today?" I don't know no man that's gonna say that no matter what the relationship is with that woman. If she wants to check him out and show him a good time, he not. Hey, do like Finley say. Make sure you got on your good drawers. Make sure you got your good drawers on. Make sure you got your good drawers on.
Yeah. So I see. I don't know who the big pill is. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
But the big pill said, "Go with what's in your heart." Period. Go with what's in your heart, and I can totally agree with that. Go with what's in your heart. But I want to make sure we acknowledge what that looks like. And it can be a male thing as well. You know, I hear the men saying a lot about, you know, and Kevin, you kind of tipped on it, that, you know, it's almost an expectation that the man is doing this. He's taking a woman out. He's asking her out. He's planning. He's looking. And you as gentlemen, y'all take women out and y'all do things. And reciprocation is a big word. Like, not being reciprocated, not necessarily having this woman give herself to you, but you know, just a reciprocation of things. And that definitely comes a little bit later in the relationship when you're establishing something. You want somebody to reciprocate. You want to see that the things that you're doing and the genuineness of who you are is being appreciated, you know, in that way as well. In that way as well. So go ahead.
But you know, Donna, when you mentioned reciprocation, I mean, it could be just like I say, for a man, it could be in the smallest form, because you know, here recently I took a young lady out and I opened the door. She got in the car and she reached over and opened my door. Okay, I was like, all right, cool, you know. And we got to the restaurant, and I mean, it was just something really simple, but I was like, okay, we got to the restaurant, we got to the table, and she stood by a chair. And I mean, although I was getting ready to pull it back, she literally just stood there. And I was like, okay, I got somebody with some, you know, with some class here, because she waited for me to pull the chair out. You know, I went around, I sat down. I mean, it was just little things like that are forms of reciprocation. When you got somebody who really respects the fact that, hey, this is a date, you know, and it all depends on the situation too. But in that case, it was just something really, really small. And a lot of people, you know, may not even notice it, may not even care. But I mean, it's just, it's an individual thing as far as reciprocation, but that meant a lot.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure. I definitely believe and know that men like attention just like we do. And sometimes we get, our mindset is, you know, stuck in these gender roles and what's expected for the man to do and what's expected for the women to do. And someone mentioned to me, and I wish they were on with us tonight to kind of elaborate, but someone mentioned to me that this is out of order. What do y'all think about it being out of order? The meme, what it said, and the thought process is out of order. Kevin, hey. Hey, Kevin. Hey. I'm gonna give you a chance to say. I know you kind of been listening in the back. What's your thoughts, Kevin?
Is out of order.
Yeah. I gotta say which Kevin I'm talking to now. Yeah. All right. So Kevin that just joined us. What's that? Kevin B?
Kevin up north.
Yeah, Kevin B. Yeah, up north. Yeah.
Kevin of the North. The Northern Kevin. What's your thoughts, Ken?
Well, I think we've evolved. You know, I understand, you know, the whole man, you know, dynamic and all that, but let that woman shine. If she wants to take you out, learn how to, you know, accept a woman doing something for you. We men, we talk like, okay, we want love and all that, but sometimes we block the very love that we say we desire. Now, I'm not saying this woman is going to just like, you know, come in like, oh, do everything for you. But, you know, like the gentleman said earlier when you first started the conversation, the gesture alone for me, speaks volumes. Okay. Now, most likely, most men, they're going to go out on a date. And because they're men, we are men, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take care of the bill. But it's just a gesture knowing that she was willing to take us out. That shows me something like, okay, we might have something here. And it's a good starting point. I mean, we block our own blessings, okay, that walk right into our life because we're trying to uphold this standard that's been passed down to us that really ain't no one been practicing. That was our mothers, that was our fathers and all that. And things have changed. The dynamics have changed. Women are a lot more empowered financially than they've ever been. Okay? So let them bask in that. I mean, my manhood isn't threatened by a woman that's taking me out. I know as a man that I'm going to take care of the bill, even though she asked me to go out. But the very fact that she is willing to do that, it demonstrates that she has a level of interest in me that is a little bit past, oh, you know what? I think you're handsome. Because women don't spring for something that they really don't want to be involved with. I mean, if she's like, I want to pay for some dinner, lunch with her. Oh, she really digging you. She ain't digging you like, oh, I just thought your cologne smelled good. Like walking in a grocery store, like inside joke. I don't know what I mean.
I think everybody out here know what
you mean. Okay. But yeah, come on. I'm available. September, October, November, December. Take me out. Shoot. I'm ready. Okay, and I'm hungry.
Kevin, I'm sorry. So for those of you that don't know and did not see the video, I was in the store the other day, real quick. I walked in and I caught a scent of a cologne and it smelled so good. And I'm like, I have got to find who this is wearing this cologne. So I'm walking the store and I'm looking and I don't find a brother.
She went hunting.
I did.
She went hunting.
I finally came across the gentleman that was wearing the cologne. And I went up to him. And I was like, excuse me. I said, I'm sorry. I was like, what are you wearing? And he turned around and his response, y'all, the face, because I didn't show him in the video, of course, and I blocked his name out. But his response is literally what made me keep going. Because I was being a little bit shy with it. Y'all can't tell in the video, but in my mind, my heart was beating. I was like, oh Lord. And he turned around and he was like, oh. And he had shades on, he took his shades off, and we had a nice little conversation back and forth. And at the end of the conversation, he was like, well, can we exchange numbers? Then I cut the video because y'all ain't need to know all that. I was like, oh. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I did not expect that at the end. That was not my direction to exchange numbers or whatever. But my sister does this thing, and I mentioned this before. When my sister sees a man, a good-looking man or a good-smelling man, she lets that brother know. Mm-hmm. She'll walk up and be like, King, I just wanted to tell you, you look very handsome today. Or, and she'll do that. And she's married, and her husband does not have a problem with it. Why? Because he's secure. He's secure in their relationship. Yeah. He's secure in their relationship. Terry, I see you. I'm coming to it. But it actually kind of fed more into me wanting to continue to engage with this man and talk to him more, because I saw the reaction that it gave him, just me asking him about his cologne. And it was fun. Like, ladies, y'all need to try it. I'm telling y'all, it was fun. It was nice. I did not feel like I overstepped or I'm speaking out. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like that at all. It was a nice banter. It was a nice kind of back and forth.
You are on a mission.
Yeah,
mission accomplished.
Mission definitely was accomplished.
Terry Roberts says, when you have a woman that will actually spend money on you, it should be appreciated, and we should feel comfortable enough to accept the love that's being given without feeling less than.
Exactly. I'm glad he said that because I don't know if y'all recognize it or not, gentlemen, but this night is for you all. Because I'm trying to work my way around to this thing. I'm working it this way. Because remember, we said, every lady said that we would do this. We would take a man out on a date. And we just want to make sure. Terry said a mouthful right there. Because I think at the end of it, I hear a lot of times men say it's not reciprocated, and y'all are made to feel small, or you don't know how to approach a woman because you don't know what you're gonna get. Does that sound familiar, gentlemen?
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes you don't really know how to do that, but when it's shown and it's appreciated, just like the other way around, anytime appreciation is shown, it feeds you to want to do more. Can y'all agree with that?
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it feeds you to want to do more. It makes you want to, like I was saying, I wanted to conversate more with this guy just by his reaction. It feeds you to want to do more. It does. Let's see, Melissa.
I did the same thing at work today. Good for you,
Okay.
Melissa. That
Okay.
person, every time they see you, they're gonna want to walk by and smile at you, hoping to get a compliment.
Yeah. Yeah. It was great. It was great to do. But gentlemen, again, I had some pictures and some clips to put up, and it would not allow me to load them. So I'm just going to have to kind of illustrate. One of the pictures that I was going to put up was a young lady, and this was kind of funny. This was a funny meme. She was standing at the base of somebody's steps looking out the window, and she had some flowers in a bag, a gift bag, and it said, this is how men want us to come to the first date. That thing cracked me up. I was like, I gotta use it, but I couldn't put it up. This is how the guys want us to come to a first date. And to be honest, it was a bit sarcastic. She was being a bit sarcastic, because it's like, men, like, this is what y'all want us to do. Like, this is how y'all want us to move. And another meme also said, it was kind of paraphrasing. It was like, men want, as women, we want y'all to lead. We want y'all to be in the forefront, and we want to follow that. Like, men nowadays expect women to move like they move. And then you get in that position where you'll have a man that's, kind of what we talked about, and kind of what the ladies that inboxed me were saying. Like, I'm not going to do it, because it's like almost shooting myself in the foot doing something
Role
like
reversal.
that. Right. So the question and the thought for the men that I would really like to hear is, how does that actually, I understand y'all saying that y'all enjoy those type of feelings. And of course, it definitely depends on the man. I don't really expect any man to admit, nah, she hitting on my ego. Because I think that's a pride and the ego thing. What do y'all think? Is that a pride and an ego thing?
What if the woman comes on to you?
If the woman kind of leads off, if the woman is the one that asks on a date, if she the one that kind of plans it, and we're talking more, remember, we moved kind of more in depth into a relationship at this point. We did the initial asking out, we're getting to know each other, we're going to ask each other out, but now we're more in depth to the relationship, and we're looking at how men look at that and how women look at that.
Well, I think that if the woman is planning it and really moving forward like that, I mean, I don't see it now as role reversal, but I think that as a man, you have to understand that she wants she wants, I don't want to say a little bit or a lot more from you, but she wants more to move forward in this relationship. Let me say that. Mm-hmm. So you just have to know that, and you have to move as such. And if it's something that you don't want, then I think you need to go ahead and let that be known early, so it won't get into the latter stages where women will think, or if something, like if they break up or something happens, they won't have that mentality like you were speaking of earlier, of being burnt and not ever wanting to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Sylvester. I think, there's nothing wrong. I mean, it was signal to me that she's really interested. Now, like Sylvester, I mean, if you don't communicate that that's not something you're willing to do, then you go ahead and say no, I can't rock with you like that. Okay. That way she won't feel like she's being taken advantage. She only feels taken advantage when there's no clear communication. So communication on part of the guy, needs to be like, hey, look, I'm not really feeling this, and you need to put a halt to it, because that might be her personality. And I don't think that she's trying to threaten your manhood, okay, by initiating some type of making some plans with it. I mean, if you guys been dating for a while, been on multiple dates, she say, hey, look, I don't plan to get away for you and I, okay? For me, I wouldn't feel threatened. But for a person that isn't really vested into that woman, that might feel a little bit weird or strange, but he needs to communicate like, hey, okay, look, I appreciate all that, but I don't think this is going to be us. Mm-hmm. She can't really feel burnt by if he's being honest with her. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Might sting a little bit, but I think in the long run, she'll have a lot more respect for that man, because he is playing with her. It's only when, he really is just going along because she's paying for stuff or doing stuff for him, and he has no intention of being with her. But a man with intention, he's going to say, okay, I appreciate it, babe. Okay, you don't have to show me that anymore. I understand. I'm locked into you just as much as you're locked into me. And we will resume his role as, going ahead, planning dates and all that. Because as Sylvester said, her intention is being broadcasted to you right there. So read the room, brother. Look, she's into you. Mm-hmm. Okay? So you go ahead and proceed, and you be that man that she needs you to be from that point on. Accept the gesture, but then move accordingly, as you go along with her, growing with her. So, yeah, I mean, that's about it, at least the way I see it.
Yeah. Hey, Kendrick.
Hey, with you. Hey. I can't help but agree with you. I mean, if she's investing in you like that, to that degree, then, like the lady said earlier, hey, appreciate the love, appreciate the energy, appreciate the reciprocity. I mean, she thought enough of you to want to do something special for you, because as men, we're always expected to lead with the dates, planning the dates, the whole 9 yards, the gesture. A lot of us was brought up with the old school mentality, our generation and whatnot. And it shouldn't bother your ego. I mean, whether she's just like, let's just go get some ice cream, or, you know what, tonight I got us on the movies, or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's somebody that appreciates you. That's somebody that's reciprocating energy, especially if every time you go out, it's always on you. This is somebody that's not trying to take advantage of you. This is somebody that values you. So lay your ego and your pride to the side. Still be a gentleman. Do your due diligence. I don't know if you got to give up none at the end of the night, but hey, if you got them, you got to give that double whammy, good 3,000, make it do what it do.
I have to ask this question. I have to ask this question. Kendrick, would you expect her to kiss you in the mouth?
If I take her out, for some gypsy crab,
if she takes you out.
She taking you out. She taking you outside,
She taking you out, Kendrick.
No, she got to take me out for 3 dates before I bust it open.
Don't give it away, girlfriend. Don't give it away.
It's taking
My man said 3. He said 3.
She can't clap these cheeks unless she's showing me a real king. How a king is supposed to be treated. Can't clap these cheeks.
Oh, my man. Oh, man.
All right. So Kendrick,
I know my worth. I'm a king. I know my worth.
Got you. Kendrick, I'm glad you made it in, Kendrick. So I'm gonna have to ask you the question that I asked everybody else. Would you have a problem?
Man. Oh, Kendrick, man. 3 trips to the Juicy Crab, bro.
Kendrick is with the Juicy Crab, boy. He's with the Juicy Crab. So Kendrick, I'm gonna have to ask.
I'm sorry for being late. I was in a different time.
You're fine. Hey, T.
Hey.
What question did you have for me?
Oh, man.
So that was perfect timing because Teresa and Kendrick, I'm gonna ask y'all the same question. And Kendrick, you can go ahead and answer first. Would you have a problem with a woman taking you out on a date? First initial, would you have a problem with her taking you out on a date?
Absolutely not. If I want to sit down with her.
Okay. All right. Not? Okay. So Teresa, hey T.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Work drama.
You're fine. I'm glad you made it. Would you, question you, Teresa, would you take a man out initially, first date? Would you meet somebody, you kind of crushing on them or whatever, you like them? Would you initially take him out on the first date? Would you ask him on the first date?
No.
Okay. Can't you elaborate? Why would you not?
It's not that because I don't want. I think I'll be too shy to.
Okay. So yeah, we were trying to get our various reasons to that question. Various reasons to that question. So we're kind of the brothers. All right, Corey, you said there was some good comments. Did I miss them?
Well, Finley, his was Finley's was.
Go ahead, Corey.
Finley's statement was earlier. He said men are expected to shoot their shot all the time, but it's not okay to turn a woman down. Like, okay. I guess if we're asking them, he's saying, so I'm not allowed to,
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with turning a woman down. Ladies, y'all think there's anything wrong with being turned down? Oh, y'all want to be turned down? The ladies ain't say nothing.
You said it again? You said, is it?
I said
no. If you're not interested, no.
Okay. Yeah.
But see, my approach avoids all that. I'm just not asking you. If you're interested, you're gonna say something.
Corey, is it your pride? Or is it you just can't do it? Is it your pride? Because I think it's more so prideful thing for women.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
And Terry made a good comment too. But here's the deal. For me, I'm not really as good as I am at reading between the lines and hearing everything you're saying without saying it. I don't know that you like me or not. I don't know. I have assumed people like me when they were just being nice, and I've assumed people were not being nice when they actually like me. I don't know. You really have to tell me because I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
but let me ask this question: Is going on a date, and I think that's where it gets kind of confusing because, like Corey just said, she doesn't know if you like her. But a date is a date. It's not always about I gotta like you to go on a date. It could just be something as simple as going to have lunch. Well, I'm just saying a date could be something as simple as, hey, let's go walk in the park. We exercise and all. Like you said, let's go out and have coffee. It could be something that simple, and it doesn't have to be as what's the word I want to say? As stringent as going out to a late night movie or going out to dinner. I mean that.
Like typical.
But
I can see more why you said what you said on the post by your statement right there. So let's do this. Let's kind of define what a date is, what we're talking about. Because honestly, Sylvester, that's not a date to me. Like that's me and my homeboy or whatever chilling. We going for a walk. We not calling it a date. To me, that's not a date. And that's what Corey is saying. And that's perfect. Because how does that tie in? How do I know what this looks like? Because a date to me, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong and tell me what y'all think. A date to me means I have an interest in you and I'm trying to get to know you to see where we're going to go with this thing, to see if I even like you like that. If that's what a date looks like to y'all, can y'all raise your hand?
And I think that's the confusing part, because a date is just a date. You know, I think it has to be, was it Kevin who said it earlier as well? It has to be communicated. You have to have clear communication of what that date means.
So you don't
what
think
that date is.
So you don't think in this context, take a man on a date is something that would involve somebody who likes somebody in more than
but
just.
You could like them in a general manner. You could like them in wanting to, further a relationship with them. And I think that's why it's been taken out of content. Just even the word date, because everybody thinks that if I go on a date with this person or that person, then I have to like him or her in a manner of I want a relationship with him or her. But it's not always that serious.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, T.
So how would you ask that lady? Like, do you say, hey, would you like to go on a date with me? Or say, hey, do you want to go grab a cup of coffee? Or hey, you want to go meet up at the park? Like, I think it depends on how the person say it and the terminology and their verbiage. Because if you say, hey, let's go to the park, or hey, let's go to the coffee shop and meet up or whatever, then in my mind, I wouldn't really think of it as a date. So for me, it wouldn't be like no mixed signals or anything like that. Like, there's conversations that's happening along the way before that happened.
So two things.
Because I think, like everybody's been saying, that's where that communication and transparency comes. If I want to hang out with you, I'm gonna verbalize, hey, let's go hang out here. That means we just kicking it. I'm not trying to get to know you on that level. We just cool, yada, yada, yada. But it's also a clear message that, hey, guess what? This is where I'm at with you at the moment. Now, if I ask you out on a date, that means that I have an interest in you. I'm trying to get to know you. I want you to get to know me. Hey, let's see if there's any possibilities, yada, 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 yada. I think when you clearly define what you're going to do with a person, that just kind of sets the tone. That kills any unnecessary expectation. And at the same time, if you verbalizing that you're going on a date with this person is knowing that you're trying to vibe them on a different level. If I'm talking about we're just going to walk, we hanging out. Oh, we're gonna just go here, we hanging out. Look, you got any plans this weekend? Because I would like to get you on a date, just one-on-one, and me and you vibe, get to know each other a lot better. That's a different tone. That's a different thing.
So I have another question.
I think Kevin's trying to say something. Kevin from down south. He's been throwing his hand up for a minute.
Pretty much a date to me. We talking about. I'm gonna stay right on the topic of a woman taking out a man out on a date. A woman can say to me, "Hey, come on, let's go outside. Where we going? Don't ask me no questions, boy. Come outside. It's a surprise. You mess around and go to a game. You don't even care nothing about the Hawks. You going to a Hawks game, man? Sit your butt down and eat your popcorn and hush. I don't care if I'm in the like I said, I ain't like Kendrick where she got to take me a hot dog. I'm gonna make sure I got on my good drawers. Like Uncle Philly say, "Well, you good drawers, but you take you outside."
You got to know your worth, Karen.
Can you read this, Corey?
Yes. Let's be honest. It does sound good, but the role play narrative is not always absolute. This is why it's important to know who you are engaging with, so that whatever comes, everything is good.
Yeah, everything is good.
Well, I would like to, I'd like to expound on what Sylvester. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead, so I looked up the definition of date, and obviously one is a sweet treat. The other one says the last definition is a social appointment where two people get together to know each other better, often with the goal of forming a relationship. If we were talking about casually, like, hey, let's go for a stroll, there would be no reason to have a month for it, right? Or it would say, hey, take a homie out, take a friend zoner. The friend zone, take the friend zoned out, outside somewhere. But it said take a man out on a date. It was very specific. So yeah, and you said the definition for me, if we are dating, there's something going. There's a purpose. I'm trying to get to know you. I'm looking at the definition.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think along with Sylvester was saying, okay, like if this is like the first date, okay, it's a discovery phase. That's why I'm looking at it. So I'm not expecting much. I mean, we're getting to know each other. That's the whole purpose. Now, if we're already 3 or 4 dates in, of course that changes the whole dynamic. Okay, so the first date, even if she asked me out, I mean, I'll be like surprised, like, wow, she's sort of forward. But I'm gonna go on a date because she's showing some level of interest. So right there, my expectation, I'm gonna ask her the questions that I need to ask to make sure that she's really into me like that. Okay. But if we're already in several dates, I already know that she likes me like that. So I'm going to accept, the date, take me out. Yeah, take me out. Why not? You want it to me. I mean, if we're going to be talking about long term and hopefully our dating leads to something very lasting, okay, that's my lady. So why shouldn't my lady celebrate me or, show me that she cares about me? I think it would be insult to her. It would be an insult to her to be like, nah, I can't accept that. Huh? Wait a minute. I'm your lady, but I can't do nothing for you. I can't show you I love you. I can't love on you publicly. So, I'm only good for what we do when we get back to the house. No, let her love on me publicly. Hey, shit, I want to walk around here. Yeah, that's my lady. You know what? You get you one. I got mine. Okay.
Thank you, Kevin. Marita is definitely dropping some nuggets. She's definitely. So let's work with what she's saying in this context. Go ahead, Corey.
In this context, it's a liking because you want to get to know them better, friend or potential intimate partner.
So Sylvester, we going in that context.
Okay. All right.
But I just want to point out, Sylvester, I understand more now why you stated what you did in the feed of the when you posted this, and then I responded with the video. I understand. Understanding is so crucial, y'all. It's so crucial because now the term it's light. It's not that serious. Now I understand more why you were saying that. But in this context, we want to we're looking at it as two people that like each other and are spending some time.
So Terry Roberts says, I believe men started calling going to the park and other casual meetings a date because dating and nothing coming out of it adds up in the pocket. I get that. I think that's why people do coffee dates, lunch dates. I don't know if that's why it's called a date when it's a casual meeting. But
okay.
I think
Sylvester shaking his head. What you think, Sylvester?
Nah, I definitely don't agree with that because, I mean, think about it. You and I can say, well, okay, let's go on a date. Let's go walk in the park or something. And during the course of conversation, that walk in the park could lead to, okay, depending on how long it may be, let's go grab some lunch. and then you further the date or whatever you choose to call it. So it's all about, like I said, communication. I don't think it has anything to do with the pockets, because I mean, just think about it. Again, I'm just speaking on people from Atlanta. You can go walk in Piedmont Park, and then after that, you can go up to Punch City Market and have lunch, drinks, or what have you. I ain't got nothing to do with the pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, that little walk in the park can lead to a $200-300 date. So, nah, I don't agree with that.
But can't you, while you doing that walk on the park, you're trying to decide if you're gonna lead it to that $200 or $300 date?
Well, and I know you're right. I
10,
truly
15 minutes. It's like, okay. I'm like, okay, yeah,
and I
spend
truly
some money on her. Okay, would you like to
that,
have some lunch?
yeah, I truly agree with that.
Yeah, and I think that's what Terry was coming from in that statement. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with both. It doesn't have to become that. Even if the date extends longer, the expectation is, hey, let's go meet and take a walk or whatever, and then you don't want to leave that person just yet. And now is you want to go over here and have some lunch, and and you make it a date. You make it a day. So it does lead to pockets, but it doesn't have to be expensive. And like you said, Sylvester, it doesn't have to lead to pockets at all, because depending on what's happening. A real thrifty person will find something free.
Just trying to see if you really kind of don't have conversations on the message. But on the initial meetup, something like that, you both are really trying to see if y'all feel each other like that way y'all really progress. And just like the brother said, yeah, if the energy is right, the vibe is right, hey, it goes from a meetup to an actual date. Things get extended on that. If y'all feel each other like that. It ain't got nothing to do with the box. I think for a lot of people, men and women, folks are tired of getting burnt, going all out. The minute you going all the way out, and it don't go the way you wanted it before, it's just not working. So it's kind of like, hey, let's make sure we here before we go here. Right, it has nothing to do with it. And it don't mean you're broke.
Right. And it doesn't mean you're broke.
Just read the room. Read the room, go out on a date. I mean, male and female, we give out signals to each other whether or not we're interested or disinterested. So, I mean, if you're reading the room, go on there and enjoy the date. Yeah, the date might get extended. It might morph into, hey, we plan just to spend the afternoon. Next thing you know, we're into the evening. But enjoy that. I mean, we don't have to be over analytical of every little thing he or she does. Because what we're doing, we're sabotaging the very thing that we're trying to accomplish. A date. Don't sabotage the date. Enjoy the date. Learn, read the person's energy. Okay, if it's not something you can rock with, kindly say, okay, I appreciate, this time I spend with you. But this is where we have to end. And pull on out. We both leave amicably, and it's all good. So let's go ahead and start dating, with a purpose of saying, hey, not the purpose that I want to lock her or him in. Like, I just want to get to know you. Because, see, if we go in there with that intention, say, I'm trying to get to know you, the expectation, there's no expectation. I'm trying to find out about you, whether or not I'm really liking you versus being attracted to you. Because a lot of people get confused about, do I like them or am I attracted to them? Okay, because after they open their mouth, all that attraction can go right out the window. You be like, shit. So, so, go into with the intention, saying, well, I'm going to have a good time, get to know this person, and, read the room. If her energy is vibing and matching, you go ahead and lock it in, because we ain't getting any younger.
And you know what? You know what's so great? And I love to express this and say this. Everybody is not for you. You're not for everybody. Just because you go out on a date with someone, the date is, what is it? Data. It's gaining data. Because you go out on a date with someone, doesn't mean it has to turn into something else or it has to turn into something more. And that is okay. That is okay. I think sometimes a lot of people, they get in their feelings and they feel like, oh, I took her out on a date, she should do this. Or, oh, I took him out on a date and we were there, so this should happen or that should happen.
I'll be honest, Donna. I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I think sometimes people, just like any other addiction, they can get addicted to dating. Now, I ain't trying to be a person with the dating addiction. I want something. So I understand where you're coming from, but what happens sometimes, people get so conditioned to dating, that's all they end up doing is just dating. No, I want to date.
What if their dating is how they're getting to that? You said some people get conditioned to dating. So are you saying they shouldn't go out on dates? They shouldn't?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if a person develops a thing where they're just constantly dating, to me, I mean, it's not a knock against them, but it sometimes it probably hints that they're not focused on really trying to be locked in, because how many dates do you really actually need?
I'm glad.
I mean, if you really, because my thing is, if you're dating with a purpose, I think especially at an older age now, most folks, we're dating with a purpose. I mean, we're dating with intentions. I'll just speak for myself. I can't speak for anyone else, because I don't want to seem like I'm coming down on anyone or trying to judge anyone. I'm in a mindset, yeah, okay, if I go on a date and it doesn't work, okay, that's cool. But I don't want to have a whole bunch of the, well, yeah, that wasn't for me. I don't want to have a bunch of those.
Are you not going to go on another date?
Oh, no, man, I would go on there. When I see a serial date, it's like, okay, it's almost like a person that drinks every weekend, a weekend warrior. They work all week, and then the weekend come, boom. And just when you see them, okay, they're on another date, because they ain't going to be with somebody different. Because it's like, okay, yeah, he or she's dating, but yeah, that's another person next week. And then the next week, there's another person. There's no one that's just like, wow, okay, she's with him again, and he's with her again. I want to be in the place like, yeah, I'm with her again and again, too. It's like, okay, we there.
I definitely agree. I can respect.
But I'm not insulting. I'm not trying to insult anyone. I'm just trying to say
agree.
that.
I agree. I respect your thoughts on that. But it also comes down to the person, what their intentions are and how they move. Everybody can't do it. We hear, and it's almost a reoccurring discussion, right? How many people do you date at one time? Looking at the definition of dating, looking at and understanding what dating means to you, some people feel like dating is going out to a movie, to a dinner, out to the park or whatever, to get to know a person. Some people look at dating as we are dating each other. We locked in. So we're dating each other. So it also matters how people look at that. The question came up on a group that I was a part of, that I'm a part of, and some of us in here are a part of. And the question was kind of based on how many people you date at one time. Like, how many people on the roster? And I even kind of made a joke or whatever. I mean, you got on the roster. Because honestly, for me, I have this thing called a come to Jesus meeting. It don't have nothing to do with religious beliefs or nothing. What that states and says is, until we have that conversation, Kendrick or Remy or Sylvester or Kevin, until we have that conversation, I'm going to go on a date with Sylvester. The next weekend, I might go on a date with Remy. Kendrick, you in the lineup. Kevin, what week you going to do? Because, and guess what? I ain't sleeping with none of y'all. So people, it's the mindset. Some people, Teresa, let me ask you, what's your thoughts on that?
This go around, that's absolutely how it will go. Even though I'm not going to be dating a bunch of people.
Right.
But unless we have that conversation, and I'm going to let you know, oh, no, I'm busy. Oh, what you doing? Oh, I got a date.
Right. And we had this discussion before. The gentlemen don't really like to hear that. And we're not saying that we're going to blast it in y'all faces.
No.
I'm not saying to do that at all. I'm not saying to do that. But if you're saying you have an interest, and again, everybody is not for everybody, which means if I go out on a date with somebody and I realize and learn that they're not the person for me, then I'm gonna move on, right? That would be with anybody. You move on. You move on. And especially if you're in an arena of different people and their interest is dating. What's up, Corey?
Excuse me. This echo has been annoying.
Yeah. There's an echo going on, you all. You all like mute if you're not talking.
It sounds like y'all
Yeah, let's see if we can.
No, it probably is me, Don. I'm waiting for my computer to load up. I'm on my tablet. We had this problem last time, so you can go ahead and mute me, for a second.
Yeah,
I see if my computer.
Let's see. I don't know the option of muting you, Kev.
You can mute yourself in the.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank
I will.
So much.
Okay.
Because it might be. Yeah.
Just hit the microphone.
Yeah. Just hit your mic.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
There it is.
Oh, it
yeah.
was.
Thank you, Kevin. Oh.
It's back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we appreciate. Yeah, I think it was you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. You are the weakest and the strongest link. I appreciate you, Kevin. I appreciate you. So, yeah. So people have a problem with that. Some people have a problem. Let's see what Larita was saying. What she say, Corey?
Again, know who you are dealing with and why. What are we looking for? What is the expectation of us having this exchange or interaction?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And some people make a decision that, they want to date and they're not interested in a committed relationship. And we need to understand and know that is okay. But don't ask the person out on the date, or don't waste the person's time that has expressed to you that that's what they want for themselves. That's what they're looking for. That's when the serial dater comes out. That I agree with what Kevin said. The person that's just kind of doing it just to be doing it. But if we who said read the room several times? If we read the room, excuse me, if we read the room and we understand, go ahead, Kev. What you got, Kevin? Are you coming off mute? Terry said, I heard different. What'd you hear, Terry? Terry said, I heard different. Okay. We're going to see. We're going to give Terry time to type. And as Terry is typing to see why he heard different, what he heard different about. Kendrick, are you trying to say something?
No, I don't mind if she's dating somebody else. I think I mind more so like, oh no, I would never do that. And then I find out differently, or I know in my mind, like, I didn't even ask you that question. Why are you telling me what you don't do or what you won't?
Yeah.
Just, what I'm saying, until we get to a point, I really don't need to know. I just assume that if you're pretty as somebody that's being pursued, they're probably going to be dating, especially if I just came in the picture. There's usually somebody after you, mm-hmm. or sitting in the cut, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get mad at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see you have to generalize before you specialize.
What does that mean?
Generalize. Elaborate on that, sis. You have to generalize before you specialize. I don't want to. I'm going to let her respond to that.
Date multiple people. Can you find your niche?
I thought that's what you were saying.
Mhm.
Dating multiple people until you find your niche is what she's saying. Dating multiple people. See,
right.
nothing wrong with it. Come on, Larita.
Larita is snapping. Self-control and discipline added with integrity and honesty equals accountability and responsibility. Miss Larita, come on now. We've been dropping gems all night.
Yeah. Which I take that. I'm a pull out of that, Larita. I'm gonna pull out of that. If you're dating several people, having self-control and discipline for yourself, moving with integrity and honesty equals accountability and responsibility. So you're going to move responsible. You're going to be responsible in how you move and not be out there like Kendrick said, walking down the road. I tell Kendrick, no, Kendrick, it's just you. And he see me and Sylvester roller skating. Yeah, that honesty and accountability. Honesty and accountability. I see in the chat. What's the gentleman name? King said, "Nah."
I wanted him to elaborate.
Yeah, we were talking about the dating more than one person, but King, yeah, if you can elaborate why you saying nah, we greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it. Taking that brother out on a date. Girl, take that man out on a date or not. Take that man out on a date or not. You have to know what that looks like for you. You have to know what that looks like for you. And I'm glad we touched on the importance of ego. I think Kevin said it. It's ego that gets in the way when a young lady is showing a gentleman that she cares and that she cares and she does things because she cares. And that's her way of possibly reciprocating what he has shown her, or even saying, hey, I'm letting you know, I like you. This is what this is about for me. So showing that reciprocation, it sounds like that's a heavy ego thing. So ladies, it was said earlier in the chat, and paraphrasing, be you. Men, be you. Be you. That means we're pulling what somebody else did until the now person, which is unfair. Which is unfair. Can we agree? He is back on the computer, which is unfair. Who did we lose here? I think we lost
Sylvester. He said he has some work.
Okay.
I wanted to remind him to show some chest meat this weekend on that date.
Donna, have you ever asked somebody out? Donna,
have I ever? No, I've never asked a man out on a date. I've never asked him out on a date.
Hold on. So, okay, if I understand, maybe it's pride or whatever, but there's ways to kind of settle. You ain't giving the dude hint like, hey,
wait a minute now. I didn't say.
We can get to know each other.
So there was going to be a follow-up. Sorry, Kendrick. There was going to be a follow-up to that, right?
Oh.
I've never asked a man on a date, but there's never been a man that I was interested in that I did not end up on a date with. And that's because I let him know that I'm interested. I let him know that I would like to spend some time with him and and get to know him. But I've never.
What did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
What did I say? Literally what I just said. Yeah, hey, you know what? Kendrick, you know what? I really like you. I do. I really like you, Kendrick. I would love to hang out with you sometimes.
That's right there. That's it.
But it's Kendrick's job at that point.
Yeah, but you just that right there says you just asked, or you alluded to it. It's not direct, but it's enough to where light bulb comes on in your head.
Okay.
We don't be knowing.
Okay. So in my so in my mind, I didn't continue that and say, hey, Kendrick, would you like to go to dinner? Or would you like to? Because for me, that's what a date looks like, doing those different things, whether it's dinner, whatever it is. But I've never stepped to the point of saying, hey, let's do this specifically. But I'm letting you know that I'm interested.
That's enough right there to do it. You know what I'm saying? You done let that man know. Some women won't say nothing.
Okay. What
Corey? That means you've been friend zone, bro.
I need
you've been friend zone. They give you the backboard. They tell you to shoot your shot, but they ain't no rim.
So I need to ask Teresa. Let Kendrick ask Teresa that question. And then come back to Corey. Then ask Corey that.
You ain't never rolled up on a guy and just, real kindly and gingerly like, hey, you stepped on his face a little bit. Hey, I think you have a nice smile. Do you like juicy crab? I like juicy crab. You ain't never said nothing like that. You gotta let us know, because we be sitting here not knowing a damn thing. A lot of us, we just say, okay, she cool.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Teresa, answer the question, Teresa. You on mute. While she unmuting, let's ask Jillian, because Jillian has to go, and I want her to be able to be a part before we leave. Kendrick, ask Jillian, please.
Jillian, do you be smiling in their face and then just ever so gently touching their hand or something?
Not just hands. Good night.
Come on.
Good night.
Good night.
You be grabbing the butt cheek a little bit.
I'm just kidding. Just a laugh for tonight. No.
Wow.
So have you, Jillian? Have you ever done that? Have you ever
done what?
Kendrick?
Ask the man out.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing interviews.
That's what's up.
Okay. Yeah. You asked the man out.
You next, Corey. You're gonna do it one day.
Again?
So Corey, you've never asked a man out?
No, I don't think
you ain't let him know?
I can't remember doing that.
Okay. Yeah, what about you, T? I think she unmuted now.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. No. So because I'm sitting here thinking, so the first initial, no. So after we go out on the date, I'm trying to think if it was the first date or the second date. Because I like to do go to plays. So I have asked, the person, hey, this play is out, would you like to go see it? So I have done that, but we already had a date. I can't remember if it was the first date or the second date.
Okay. So the answer to the question, Kendrick, is yes, she's asked a man out on a date. And correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought you meant on an initial date. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
No, you're talking about asking the man out on the initial date. Have we ever done that? Have I ever done that? Or you're talking about just in general?
Let them know, hey, I'm kind of wanting to get to know you.
Oh no, not on an initial date. I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, he mean the first date.
That would be an initial if I want to get to know you.
Okay, that's what.
No, I've never
based
done
on your answer, I thought it was saying in general, and I was like, I thought we said initial. Yeah. Okay.
Or have you given a man a clue that maybe you want to try to hang out with him or something? Give us clues.
Well, if they're coming up and they talking to you and you smiling in their face, that should be a clue.
The phone calls. You talk on the phone, so
right.
Yeah,
you gotta get their number first.
Right. Kendrick, I appreciate the question. I'm gonna tell you why, y'all, because we're seeing the difference in how the men see it and how the women see it. And you're saying, Kendrick, y'all need more detail. I need to know more so I can know that you feeling me. Is that right, Kendrick?
Yeah, and you're right. If you smiling in my face, usually I can tell if you're smiling and you're engaging, and I'm like, oh, okay. Most of the time, that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? If I want to shoot back or whatever. But sometimes women just sit there and stare at us, and we have no clue. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
be like,
I
oh,
think-
like,
I
what you
think-
looking at? You know, like, oh shit.
yeah.
I think generally that's the woman that's waiting for you to say something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And ladies, we got to be fair. We got to be honest. We can't just sit there and expect them to read our minds and just
I'm with you, but sometimes
Isn't that
No.
like the unspoken?
there are little indicators, yes.
Like if she's smiling at you and she's looking at you and y'all keep catching each other eye, like
right.
I'm not a guy can't
That-
it's not gonna come
that
to me
is-
and I'm gonna be looking at him.
It's a slippery
face.
slope, though. We live in a
But-
different time because some of those signals can be misconstrued. I mean,
What the
Oh,
smiling?
yeah, and you guys have counterparts that just like us to jump out there to feel good, you know, be sitting there dancing, smiling, and then you be like, dang, I think this person likes me. Hey, would you like to go out sometime? Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? There are women out there that would make us jump out there.
bruh,
Kevin, have you ever jumped
bruh,
out there? I'd have
I've
jumped
been
out there
matumboed a
plenty.
lot, bro. Like, damn.
No.
Exactly, bro.
Good night,
Like,
guys.
bro, I done did my best work, did it between the legs,
Good night, baby.
did the
Thank
heads
you,
you go to
Jillian.
lay it up.
Good.
Boom.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Well,
So-
sometimes if you're across the room and then the closer they get, what's that saying? You know, by what 5 seconds? If you, what's that saying?
oh, the staring at them.
Yeah, like something.
You gotta
about
hold
5
eye
seconds,
contact
you
for
know?
3 seconds.
Yeah, so if you're
Eye
across the
contact,
room,
yeah.
If you come over and the
Yeah,
attitude
I don't wanna
changes, you're
stare
like,
too
oops, I
long.
made a mistake.
Yeah, because then you start looking weird. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. It can definitely it can definitely be a slippery slope. It can definitely be a little hard to
Yeah.
read. I totally understand that, but you know, honesty, integrity, have to go back to what Larita said. You know, having some honesty and some integrity. You're not, you know, if a brother comes up to you, ladies, and you're not interested, you know, just find ways to do that and say that where you don't make somebody feel they're not embarrassed and you don't belittle them.
Right,
We have
of
to be-
course.
we have to be careful about
Yeah.
that. We have to
Well,
be
okay, I
careful
got a
about
question for the
that.
ladies. I mean, because do y'all do you guys, is it more of a like, I want to see if I still got it versus like you truly want to date? Because some of the women like, okay, y'all go out and be like, okay, I want to see how many times a brother hit on me or whomever hit on me. Just to say, with no intention of really wanting to date someone, just that thrill of knowing like, damn, I still got it.
Yeah.
You
I got
know?
an answer for you.
I've
No,
never done that.
not that. But there have been times when I was being nice because I was being nice, and the person interpreted that as me liking. Only because I've seen some people be nasty, like for no reason. And I want to be the polar opposite because I don't want you to be like, oh, my experience with Black women is, because I hear it a lot. I don't want that to be that with me. But sometimes me being nice, the person's like, hey, I was, you know, and you got to figure out a way to let them know that you're not interested without them feeling like jaded or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not responsible for someone's feelings, but I am responsible for the way I treat them. You know what I mean?
I was just getting ready to say that. We're not responsible for others' feelings, but again, Larita said it, integrity and honesty. We're not responsible for people's feelings, but if you're being honest and if you're doing it with integrity, you're not going to try to embarrass someone. You're not going to try to belittle them and make them look bad. Because flip the script, it may happen to you that way. Somebody you feeling. So how you know, think about how you would feel if that happened or whatever. But honesty and integrity. So, you know, once we start this dating thing and once we show interest and once we're letting someone know that we're feeling them and we're thinking about them in that manner and they reciprocate even that thought, reciprocation starts immediately. We know that, right?
Yeah, I get it. Yes,
immediately.
I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, reciprocation starts immediately. Hey, Kendrick, I think you're handsome. You look really nice tonight.
Oh, thank you. You look nice
thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's immediate. Yeah, it took us.
Reciprocation is immediate. Yeah, it's immediate.
I've never heard that before. Reciprocation.
Yeah, because I just came up with
if they like you, or I mean, there's a certain level of being kind and polite to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because my friend, he gets women in his inbox, but he'll just leave them on red.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's acceptable or not. He said if he's not interested, he'd just rather not engage with him versus saying, "Hey, I'm not interested."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because for that woman that had the courage to go in your inbox, I give her kudos. Because it is not easy for her. Like, I know I'm going to get shot now, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. And I can still be friends with the person.
Right.
But
yeah.
I know it's a little bit tougher for y'all.
It's based on your thought process. Some people feel like, let me just leave it. Let me not respond. I think it's better just not to say anything, and they'll get the hint or they'll get the picture. And some people feel like, no, let me at least say something. I think it's only polite to respond, to be honest. Leave somebody on red and they just wondering, like, and then they keep checking back. Did it say seen? Did he see it?
Well, it showed a little bubble show that you read it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, red. Leave them on red. Got you. And don't even respond.
Leave them on red. Yeah. I don't know what the right way is,
Yeah.
Sometimes you get, and there's that small percentage of sometimes you start a dialogue and then they go off track.
Yeah. Well, there you are in the inbox. Like, okay, it was great chatting with you. Take care. Yeah, polite and cut to the quick. If they want to keep typing, then they stand on red. I already told you. Good night. I politely said no, thank you. But like Corey said, I'm not responsible at that point. I'm not responsible. All right, y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all. Our last episode we started with. I love that, we started and we trickled down. So it's a good night. We've ended with another good topic. Although the series has ended, for the crew on here with me and for those watching who will watch later, we still have many more topics to discuss as single people, but we're gonna start bringing our married folks back in next week, because some of them are like, oh, y'all just forgot about us. No, we have not, because some of us are trying to get where you are. So we still need you.
Yeah.
We still need you. What the bomb dropper say? Let's see what she dropped with.
Said, yes, we're not 25 anymore. Phases of adulthood.
That's right. Phases of adulthood. So our
emails to finish.
All right, y'all. We are going to say good night. You on the platform, stay put for me, please, and tell everybody good night. Kendrick, hold on, because you be jumping off. Wait, Kendrick.
Oh, my bad.
Y'all just hold on. Those who are watching Facebook Land and YouTube, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you all's input. Stay tuned for more topics coming. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 8:00 p.m. I have this thing and I guess I changed it. But please do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, you have subscribed already, we hope. I think that's how that works. If not, if you're on Facebook, please subscribe to YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. Hit that bell icon so it will notify you so you won't miss any lives, just in case you forget it's Thursday. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you all.